All right, thanks everyone for sticking it out. I know it's a long day, and really appreciate it. It's been a great opportunity to be here and talk to all of you. I'm going to talk to you today about ThingLogix. It's a company we started in 2014 as a spin-off from a company called Telemetry. Telemetry was an IoT broker platform. It was purchased by Amazon in early 2015 and became what is today the AWS IoT service offering. Our company continued on, and we focused on really helping companies adopt that technology. Our mission really has been to accelerate enterprise adoption of IoT in the serverless cloud. When we started at Telemetry, we were working with customers to really help them understand big computing trends, like IoT, like serverless computing, like cloud computing. And what we found is that companies really are not prepared to take advantage of some of these computing trends. IoT is a primary example of something that companies think they want to adopt. They've been taking on pilots, and they've been doing projects, but really those projects are prone to failure because they're really chasing a technology trend without necessarily having a business or operational need to do it. So most of those projects wind up having armies of consultants, high cost, high risk of failure. Enterprise software is it's a mess. Somebody was talking about earlier, right? CRM is a very brittle system. ERP also a brittle system. But the new wave of technology like voice and AI and augmented and virtual reality require us to think differently about our systems. So ThingLogix has the answer. And it really is to build things smarter, faster, right? It's to take advantage of voice and sensors and robots and bring it all together into one platform. So our platform is a no-code development platform that installs into your AWS account and allows you to connect your devices, your enterprise applications, and these new customer experiences to your already established enterprise systems and workflows. So one of our customers, Emirates NBD, which is a large bank in the Middle East, has a grand vision for how they're going to change their customers' experiences. They're going to use sensors, we're going to use robots, we're going to create this new smart branch mentality and really take advantage of all of this technology to push customers forward in the way they interact with the bank. Well, one of the things about banking systems is they're extremely hard to interact with. And they're not engineered for new types of technology like sensors or like voice. So we worked with them to develop an Alexa skill, but as part of that Alexa skill, we needed a platform that sat in the banking systems and allowed us to really interact with the customer outside of the banking systems and then just transact with the bank when we needed to. So we put ThingLogix Foundry in place, and in about 6 to 8 weeks, we were able to develop an Alexa skill that has continued to evolve, and it's now one of the most complex financial services Alexa skills on the Alexa marketplace. So when we talk about companies that are chasing technology trends, Internet of Things has always been one of those technology trends that everyone has focused on, right? Billions of devices, trillions of dollars in potential market cap. And really what we've found is that companies really need to segment their opportunities into cloud application development, analytics, integration, and commerce. And what ThingLogix Foundry does is it allows you to build applications against those technology trends, take advantage of the underlying cloud's power, scalability, and security, and move quickly. So we're pretty proud of our progress. To date, we have customers that are range from small startup to multinational corporations and government entities. We've started doing business with the US government recently, and ThingLogix has been put in place sort of as the sensor framework for the USGS. So we're doing a lot of earth science applications. Also consumer products applications have been pretty successful for us. We're an advanced technology partner with AWS, which means that our application is available on the AWS marketplace. And in 2018, we were recognized as having an IoT platform to be envied. We go to market through partners. So we have a system integrator partner channel. One of our key and favorite partners is a local hometown hero, 5 talent. But we also go to market with our cloud platform partners as well, which is Amazon Web Services and Salesforce. We do quite a bit of integration with Salesforce, and our platform actually has some really unique use cases when it comes to bringing sensor data into the CRM world. We still do partner with folks on the IoT stack, so we don't necessarily get into hardware design, hardware development, but we do have customers who come to us with those needs. So we have partners that can take them from the back of the napkin sketches all the way through to full-scale production at large scale. Our platform is engineered around this idea of platform plus. So the platform underlies everything, and then we have applications and building blocks and tools that can be installed into the platform as building blocks for your ultimate solution. The platform is currently processing about 660 million events monthly, and the applications that are running on Foundry have about 65,000 users on them right now. We do offer managed services to help extend, implement, and customize Foundry, and those managed services are also offered on a subscription basis. Our revenue projections, again, we're going to make a lot of money, but as we progress through this, we actually look at 2021 here as the year that we will actually make the inflection point where our licensing and our software will surpass the professional services aspect of the business. Right now, we are currently working with a fantastic leadership team. The leadership team is based here in the US, but we do have folks overseas. Our CTO is a local Bend native. And we're currently raising a convertible note, and that convertible note we're going to use to get to the $5 million in revenue mark and also service a lot of the big contracts that we've just taken on. So we're going to use it for customer success, also to grow some of our marketing efforts in some of the other regions. I'll kind of stop there.
Great. Thank you, Carl.
Thank you for your time.
Questions for Carl? I see one in the back here.
The Internet of Things is a hugely growing and changing industry. How do you guys expect to adapt to changes that IoT will go through?
Sure. So we've actually been in the IoT industry for what amounts to a really long time now. So we started telemetry back in 2012, back when it was really the broker wars, like who could get the most data into the cloud at the highest possible rate. We've moved beyond that now. We really look at IoT as an enabler of event-driven data for business processes, less about the hardware and the firmware and things like that. So we do get involved in the architectures that are IoT, but ultimately for us, it's about the application and business application of that data. So IoT is changing, and actually for us, it's changing for the better because now companies are actually looking at it as an enabler and a tool versus just a really kind of cool, fun thing to go play with. In 2012, we had a lot of projects that just went nowhere because companies just didn't know how to do anything with it.
Great. Other questions? Serverless sounds like it's not really serverless. There are servers involved. And there's also containerization. Are you at opposition to containerization? Are they compatible? And in a nutshell, what does serverless really mean?
So serverless is kind of a new cloud technology trend, right? So AWS, everyone kind of knows what Amazon Web Services is. AWS has been, and all the cloud services, have really been advancing their services so that they become more higher level type services. So instead of just compute and storage, you now have functions as a service where you can write small snippets of code. You have voice services. You have various AI and machine learning services. Those run as what we call serverless. I don't need to spin up a server. I don't need to manage a container. AWS handles all of that. They give me a series of APIs so I can interact with that. What Foundry does, it really abstracts all of the complexity of plumbing between those services. So you're able to, through configuration, using clicks, not code, write a very powerful, complex application while still having the power of the underlying cloud platform.
Great. Okay. That helps. Other questions for Carl? Going once. Yeah, over here, please. Why don't you stand up, please?
Hey, so basically, it seems like your idea is kind of hard to convey because it's probably really big, but could you just give me an example of like a process that would like help a company through your service?
I'm sorry, one more time? It's really, maybe move the...
So basically, like, could you tell me one of the processes or one example like your company provides to like
Sure.
other businesses?
For
Yeah.
sure.
A real
So-
life example?
Yeah, so one of our customers is looking at taking a currently commoditized service, and let's call it printing, right? And they take that printing and they're going to now offer that as a subscription service. So you'll get the printer, you'll get the ink, you'll get the, you know, the service of printing. You'll never have to worry about whether or not your printer is ready to go or refilled. They currently can't manage that sort of situation, right? They have no way to do the commerce against it. They have no way to manage the subscriptions, the billing, or measure the usage of what happens on those machines. So what Foundry does is it installs in there, and we can handle the inbound data from those printers. We can also equate it to billing situations or contracts that they may have in their CRM system, and then we can also interact with the ERP. So Foundry becomes an intelligent system that sits in front of all those enterprise systems, so we don't have to go in and do giant ERP projects and giant CRM projects. Foundry becomes smart enough to realize this printer has printed this much, he's on this contract, I need to transact with these 3 systems and ship that thing off, right?
Great. One last burning question right here, please.
Kind of a burning question. Thank you, Eric. So statistics have shown that when you have a diverse team, that the outcomes tend to be a lot greater than one gender-specific team.
Yep.
What are your plans to adding women to your team in the future?
So that is a great question that my wife pounds me on a regular basis. And where we've been focused really lately has been in growing some of our outside regions. So for example, our European region, that is going to be mostly led by women. We have a Middle Eastern region, and then here in the US, again, we do have a proactive approach to it. To date, it's mostly been founders and kind of the original crew that was around, but we do have some women in the company, and they play key roles. They keep us all
Do you have
moving
some,
forward.
do you have some open positions right now that this group could help?
Yes, yes, as a matter of fact,
make
we
some
do.
references?
So, absolutely.
All right. With that, let's give Carl a big hand and thank you.